Your Honor, we filed this this petition. It's a petition to establish paternity and to adopt a parenting plan. And it is, their urgency has created itself in this matter as the parties have 2 minor children. And I believe the eldest will be 6 on the 22nd of this month, as well as the youngest has the same date of birth and will be 4 on the 22nd of this month. The parties were residents of Dixon County. They have had
Both children share the same day of birthday?
They have had shared parenting of these children. The parties resided together for a number of years, a total of 7 years. They split up in a couple of 3 years ago, I think 2023. They split up and they've had an equal residential schedule since that time. During that period of time, the mother has had some significant issues with drugs and different things that have gone on. But the parties were working well together as far as sharing the children on basically a 50-50 residential schedule. Unbeknownst to my client, on Mrs. Mowell, the defendant in this case, packed the children up and moved without notice, without anything. So again, it begs the question of the parental relocation statute, because again, the parental relocation statute, you can interpret it in a number of different ways. There's not been a finding of, my client never went forward and established paternity, and the parties never married. But he is listed on the birth certificate, and he was spending intervals of time with the children and basically had an equal residential schedule. And Mrs. Mowell just packed up and moved with her now paramour to Illinois with the children. And what has happened is that my client actually came in prior to the move and was thinking about filing this, and then it became an emergent situation when she packed up and moved. My client did go up and had arranged with her to visit with the children. He went up and picked up the children, and lo and behold, she got served a couple of hours after he picked up the children, and she called and threatened to have him arrested for kidnapping if he did not bring the children back immediately. So we're here ready to go forward on a temporary adoption of a parenting plan. I do not think, I will have Ms. Mowell address it, I do not think paternity is at issue. His name is listed on the birth certificate. He's been held out as the parent. And so again, we would like to establish paternity today, and at the very least, establish a temporary residential schedule, because she has absconded with the children, Your Honor.
I have a note on the docket that Jill Carpenter.
And that was what I had received on Friday afternoon. I was not in the office. I was, as Your Honor's aware, I was in Knoxville attending my son's graduation. Late Friday afternoon, I received a email from a Jill Carpenter. I don't know Ms. Carpenter, stating that she had just been retained and that she would be out of town this week, and would I agree to continue this? Well, given the circumstances, I was not able to communicate with her. Someone from her office called my office this morning and asked if we were going to proceed, and my assistant said that yes, we were planning on proceeding, again, because of the extra circumstances in this matter. As an officer of the court, I will tell you that I had mistakenly set this matter on a day at the first of the month that was originally on your calendar, but you had taken that away. So we had communicated and tried to, I had directed my client to contact Mrs. Mowell to tell her not to come on that day, to move it to that day. She contacted my office and spoke with my office and wanted to make sure that he wasn't trying to pull something where she wouldn't show up. My assistant stated to her that it was our error in scheduling, and that she acknowledged, we asked for an email address where we could forward her. She refused to give us any way to communicate with her, and said that she would have her attorney contact us. And that was back at the first of the month. And then I did not get notice from an attorney until, again, as I said, the email on late Friday afternoon that I didn't actually look at until later on in the weekend.
All right, Ms. Mowell, have you actually, come to the podium if you will, have you actually hired an attorney?
Yes, Your Honor. I retained them on Friday. However, we received something on the 6th. They said that her assistant or whatever, we talked to them And she did advise me that they were not trying to pull anything on me on that date. And it was extremely rushed as well. However, our attorney did say that she is out of the office today and she will not be back until next week and is asking for continuance as well. And we do live in Illinois at the moment with them and their brother as well.
All right, I'm going to take a short recess. Let me see you in my office, please. Just have a seat. We'll take a recess and I'll come back.
All right.
Well, Ms. Roberts, you understand that this court always tends to try to make sure that where there's counsel involved, that they are given an opportunity to participate. However, I don't think that it should be continued for a very long period of time. And with her lawyer being apparently out of the office, possibly on vacation, the only thing I'm going to do is reset this for the 29th, add it to those list of cases you already have. Now, let me say this, and this is to Ms. Mowell as well as to her lawyer, and that is, obviously both sides have the right and opportunity to parent this child. If they had an equal parenting schedule that was going on before, and I'm not saying that's what it was, that's what the argument is, then disrupting that and taking one parent completely out of the child's life is something that the court will have to consider in adopting a parenting plan. So between now and that hearing, what takes place will be evidence that the court will use in making a decision. So I'm just giving you the advice that he's the father. He needs to have contact with his child between now and the 29th, and how you two work it out is up to you. 2 children, all right. But I'm resetting it for the 29th. It will not be reset, so if her lawyer is not available on that day, she'll need to either send substitute counsel or have someone else appear for her.
Could I, and again, this is purely begging, for lack of a better way to put it, can we entice, depending on what happens, can we make sure that the children are available for residential time after that hearing?
I think they need to be here for that hearing on the 29th, so that if whatever takes place, that there will be at least an opportunity for the father to have visitation then, if not before.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Roberts, draw an order which reflects the court's ruling. Need to tell your lawyer that she needs to be here or have someone here in her stead on the 29th, because we're going forward with the hearing.
Your Honor.
Thank
Your
you.
Honor, again, it's just my scenario, there wasn't a notice of hearing, wasn't a notice of appearance filed, so I wanted to ensure that, oh, you're going to come.
Well, I'm setting the hearing for the 29th with or without a lawyer, so, all right.